What's up guys, back to another Konosuba video, and in today's video it is the beginner dungeon 4-star guide. So this one is pretty easy, nothing too complicated. This is more about just having the right team set up than having certain units. Of course I'm going to be using 3 stars. I try to keep the weapons like kind of mediocre, but you know, it shouldn't be too hard to get a 4-star weapon. I just have Rem's Morningstar because I don't really have anything else. For Leah, that's not like a personal weapon. Pretty much all you're gonna do is you're gonna have your best stuff, obviously, your best equipment on your tank, and just whatever you have available. As you see, I'm using 3-star stuff on my attacking units just to, you know, emphasize you don't really need anything too crazy for this one. I am using the version 2 ults, but you could use them at level 1. And just, you know, all you need is a dark and you know, electric attacker, and you're chilling. The Leah is free, the Rin is also free, and the other two are summonable, but they're 3 stars, so it's not too complicated. Pretty much how I'm looking at it is Leah is my tank, Seattle is my healer. She also gets rid of poison, which the enemies in this stage poisoned, and then Rin and Yin Yin are my attackers for darkness and lightning, just because, you know, those are the 2 types. Aru is also a good option. I'm not gonna bring her, I just put her there just so I don't know myself to talk about her. She is also free. If you miss these units, just use whatever's best. I'm sure that you have 4-star, like you have a 4-star Aru, or like you have what's her face, Academy Yin Yin is good for lightning. I used her myself. Just, you know, any, you could use physical, you could use like a Melissa. OG Mitsurugi is a good tank as well that can do some damage. You get the gist. Then for assist, of course, I'm just gonna have like a bronze level 1. You just put whatever you want, like Luna if you're taking too much damage. The single target heal is also good. Chomsky, you know, is good as well. Whatever, you know, gives you some stats, and you know, the healer ones are mostly the better ones to pick, just because if you're in a sticky spot, you can pop the heal if needed. You can have one person die on dungeon. Those of you who don't know, if you have a second death, then you won't 4-star it. This team should be more than enough. It also kind of sucks that currently my team is rather high in affinity, but it shouldn't be too big of a deal. The enemies are pretty weak here. Of course, the party trait is always going to be magic because, you know, we have 2 magic attackers. Leah will be fine. Leah has a heal as well, which is why I'm bringing her. Mitsurugi also has a heal on his ult, but as you're gonna see, we're gonna tear through this rather easily and probably not take like any damage. Yeah, that's pretty much how the first one is. For those of you who summoned on Anniversary and got Legendary Aqua and Darkness, they are extremely good. You can pretty much clear the entire thing with just Darkness, Aqua, and an attacker for, you know, who has the elemental advantage. I know for my run, I use Yin Yin and I think the Dark Rin for mine. Also, damage reduction and agility are probably the best 2 you can get. You pretty much want to stack those throughout the dungeon, and then on the last stage, have one that like increases your attack or your defense by 30%, I believe is what it is for both. Since that one is only for 1 stage, it doesn't matter at the end, but you want to go through and get the ones that stack throughout stages, so you know you're not losing the buff on the weaker ones and then just, you know, you're out of luck and you have no defenses in the later one. I can see the enemies fall pretty quickly. I could auto this, but you know, I feel like that's not as fun. Oh, there's the poison. I'm gonna go ahead and just kill him here because it's not gonna be a big deal, but that's why she is pretty good for this, because she has class poison, as you kind of can see on the attack skill. I didn't really have an issue with poison until the very last stage, and it didn't kill me because I was using Legendary Aqua and she was healing so much, but that is something to keep in mind, that you could unfortunately just die to poison. So So if you have some poison like amulets for your tank, that's not a bad option. I think I'd still prefer using the water ones, or in this case the light ones, depending on what, you know, stage you are of the dungeon. But you know, if you find yourself dying to poison, that is an option. Let's use this. Bonk. We'll just toss up the heal just because we can. Also nice because it boosts attack, so they will be able to hit a tad harder. Not all matter because our mages pretty much clean up shop. Also, my Leah, Rin, and Yin are, they have all their personal weapons. They're all maxed. But Cielo, I think she has like either like maybe 4, try 4. I don't have her weapon, or her. I think I got her secondary ult level 1 or 2. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's been a minute since I've used her, as I've had to work on Chris, and then I just got around to starting Mia because I got the Dark Mia. So unfortunately she's taken a backseat, but she's pretty much just here for the poison, cleanse, and heal. And then the ultimate, of course, for when Leah gets a little too low. I will have my intermediate, the second stage of the dungeon out tomorrow, hopefully. That one's gonna have a bit more beefier equipment, just because it does hit a bit harder. So if you're just starting Konosuba now, you're gonna have a little bit of a rough time beating it. I won't have too many crazy things. I'll just have a couple personal weapons that I think, you know, most players should be grabbing those first. And just like 4-star general stuff. Mostly just like the elemental weapons, and probably maybe like Wiz's personal weapon. I don't really think you'd want to use Wiz for this dungeon too much. I feel like Mitsurugi and Leah kind of got you covered in this one, especially because this is at week 2 Dark and Lightning, and the swimsuit Leah is just so good. You know, there's not really a room for Wiz to hop in like she would if it was week 2, let's say Fire, or you know, what's the type? What's the good one? I can't remember off the top of my head. It's the Valentine's one. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and redraw. Of course, you get, I believe, 3 redraws. First one is free. The next 2 take 50 quartz. Don't, you know. Oh, that was the last stage. Misplay, but I don't think it'll matter. We'll do Yin Yin, and we'll just go ahead and throw the rest of the team on. Obviously, if it gets to Aru, that's already bad. But, you know, last stage, go all out. I doubt we will need it. Alright, so here's the dragon. The thing you can do if you are struggling with the dragon is you can lower his speed. There's only one of them, right? Let's go ahead and throw out the potion real quick. Bob. Yeah, it doesn't do like anything. That's fine. But yeah, lowering your speed is very, very nice. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this for the attack up. Speed this up a little bit. Yeah, we're like taking no damage. Look at that. Easy peasy. Okay, 3-star union. Okay. I don't really understand how you missed that, but it is what it is, I guess. Alright. Should be able to end it with the ult. But anyway, let me know in the comments if, you know, if you're struggling on the first stage. It shouldn't be anything too hard. I suspect more people will struggle on the second one if you are just starting. But as you see, no one really got low at all. But that's pretty much it for the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Konosuba content. And of course, stay tuned for tomorrow's video when I will have the next stage of the dungeon. I've already beaten the advanced stage myself. Obviously, that one's going to be not very free to play. Because it is the hardest one. However, I did beat it first try myself, so I don't think it's too difficult if you're able to nab the anniversary units. Which I know you're thinking, oh, well, you have the new units. Of course it's easy. Well, I had the new units in the other dungeons, and I still had to struggle through them. But anyways, thanks you guys for watching and all that good stuff. I'll catch y'all in the next video.